Darren Lehman came in as coach and sort of tapped me on the shoulder and said, look, we can't have Michael Clarke, George Bailey and Adam Voges in the same team. You all play a very similar role, and there's not room for three of you. Michael Clarke was the captain, George Bailey was the vice captain, so it wasn't too difficult to work out who was going to miss out.
Morning, legends. I am just heading out 6:45, heading out to pick up Will, who is my videographer, creative director. He is going to set everything up here at my place today to do our interview with Vogesy, so really pumped for that. Just got Will here, picked him up nice and early. Now we're getting to Bunnings, just got to get a few bits and pieces, trying to soundproof my office so that I live on a road so that it's not busy and can't hear it when I'm doing my interview this morning. Got the gaffer tape, so the plan is to stick a big doona cover up on my window just to hopefully make the sound that's outside the road bounce off it a little bit. We've got obviously doors and blinds, but it's still a little bit noisy. We're going to be using our lapel mics, which will hopefully block out a lot of the noise, but just trying to soundproof the room. I obviously don't have my own studio and doing what I can, but hopefully this will help the sound quality on the podcast so you guys don't hear any other background noise. You played your last white ball game for Australia in September 2013, and despite having an ODI batting average of almost 46 and a strike rate of 87, it was almost 2 years until you got selected for the test team. You were 34, 35 around that time, and a lot of people might have thought your international career was over. You obviously had other ideas and you went on to have a record-breaking season, but what was driving you at that stage?
I was probably one of those people who thought my international career was over. Look, I was 33 years of age. We'd just come back from India and we'd lost the series. It was a really high-scoring series. And I'd done okay. I was okay. I'd averaged mid-40s throughout my career and during that series, and thought I'd done okay. But Darren Lehman came in as coach and sort of tapped me on the shoulder and said, look, we can't have Michael Clarke, George Bailey and Adam Voges in the same team. You all play a very similar role, and there's not room for three of you. Michael Clarke was the captain, George Bailey was the vice captain, so it wasn't too difficult to work out who was going to miss out. So that was really disappointing. That was hard to hear. I thought I'd been going okay, but that took me a little while to I guess get over that disappointment. But then I got my focus back to the real reason that I started playing cricket was to hang out with my mates and play some good cricket and hopefully win some stuff as a team. And I don't think I ever lost that, but most of the more enjoyable moments of my career are around having team success. And I think that really became a big focus for me. I'd taken over the leadership with Western Australia. We hadn't won anything in a very long time, and so I put a lot of my energy into trying to build that group of players to be able to compete at the highest level and compete in Sheffield Shield finals, one-day finals and Big Bash finals in Australian domestic cricket. And so putting all my energy into that meant that I was free to just go out and play the game my way. And I just had a freak 12 months where everything clicked. I had some really good processes in place with how I prepare for each game. And so I went through a period where I got starts in every game, and then I was just really hungry. Once I got in, no one was going to get me out. And I went through that whole 12, 18 month period where I felt very confident every time I walked to the crease. And I knew that if I got past my first 20 or 30 balls, then they weren't getting me out. And that was a nice place to be.
Hey vlog, just getting down to Richardson Park. It's 2:30 in the Arvo. Got a session with Aman. It is absolutely cracking to get outdoors. Been inside all day. So it is nice to get outside, just put a bit of sun cream on. Might have some on my face still. Rushing, I'm running a bit late today. session done. I just put a post on Instagram. It tells me it's 27 degrees, but it feels a lot hotter than that. I am sweating. Aman has just finished. How'd you go, mate?
Yeah, not bad. Just keeping that left shoulder into the shots. Yeah, that's what I'm working on at the moment.
Yeah, he was hitting beautifully. I don't know why he's put a jumper on because I'm sweating, but it's nice to be outdoors. No complaints here. Home for a bit now and then off back to Muleman's for a few more sessions. Just finished a great phone call with Andrew Walton, Waldo, a mate of mine who is like a business mentor and someone who is heavily invested in cricket mentoring, really values and loves what we're doing. And over the past 12 months or so, he's grown into a really important person for me, gives me great ideas, offers great value, had some great ideas today. And also has some great contacts in the sports industry. So I think it's really a great thing, this universe. If you put out a lot of good energy and you help people, that sort of stuff comes back to you. And I'm very fortunate that Waldo's helping me a lot. And I think that comes from me trying to help others and being repaid by the world. So you've just got to try and do good things, and I do believe that good things will happen to you. Hey vlog, just sitting here at my desk after dinner, after coaching. I have changed my office around. So I used to sit over there. Now I've got the filing cabinets there. I've moved my desk to here, and I've got the bookshelf still there. I've got a whiteboard set up, a bookshelf. So this is my setup. We've still got the sheets and towels up for soundproofing today. We've got a busy road there. A little bit of noise coming in, so when I was doing the podcast with Vogsy today, I wanted to make sure it was soundproof to try and make the quality better for you guys. But I just want to go on a bit of a rant. I've been watching Gary Vee tonight as I was cooking dinner and then eating dinner. For those of you that don't know, that is Gary Vaynerchuk. He's an American marketing guru. I watch him all the time. And he's got some great ideas. He talks a lot about mindset. He talks about business, and I learn a lot from him. But he talks about work ethic, and I had Vogsy on the podcast today, as I've already mentioned, and he spoke. One of the questions I asked him was, what are some of the common traits you see in the world's best players? And he said, having a good work ethic. He said there's no coincidence that Steve Smith's the best player in the world at the moment because he hits so many balls. And my rant now is, if you're watching this, it has never, ever been easier to become the best. And that you might be thinking, why? That's a bit strange. But because of all the distractions that there are in the world, social media, mobile phones, all these things are distractions that take people's attention and take their time away from making themselves better and improving. And those distractions weren't around 5, 10, 15 years ago. When I was a teenager, when I was growing up, there was no social media. The internet was just getting bigger. There was no smartphones. All you used a phone for was to send a message, make a call, or play Snake. Those of you older people might know what I'm talking about on Nokias. But you'd spend your time out doing things. I used to practice every day. I used to train every afternoon. I was a tennis coach. I was doing stuff. I was always active. I was going to the gym in the mornings before school. I wasn't spending my time playing games, on Snapchat with friends, etc., etc. So these days, that's what people are doing. So if you can pull yourself away from the distraction, you will stand out. You will succeed. But we get hundreds of messages every week these days on our social media, on our email. What do I need to do? How do I do this? How do I do that? And you've just got to be willing to put in the work. You've got to be willing to sacrifice things. You've got to be willing to invest in yourself. By that, I mean you've got to be willing to spend money to get mentors to fast track you. It doesn't have to be me. It doesn't have to be Simon. We can seriously help you guys, but just find someone who's ahead of you that can help guide you and help. You can learn from their mistakes. But we hear people all the time say, I love your help. I'd love to do the peak performance program. But then they say, it's too much. I can't afford it. Well, my answer to that is go and find a way. Be resourceful. Find a way. Get sponsored. We had someone say they couldn't afford it. They went away, and 2 weeks later they came back and said, someone sponsored me to do it, because they were desperate to learn. They were desperate to become their best. And whether it's the peak performance program or it's something else in life, you've got to stop making excuses. You got to just find a way. If you truly want to be the best, go out, get a job, save some money, and then you can invest in yourself. But people want to buy nice new bikes or new clothes, or saying they want to fit in, they want to look good, and that's great. That's the psychology of human beings. You want to fit in, but if you want to be the best, you can't fit in. You're going to stand out. So you've got to make sacrifices. You've got to find a way to become your best. You've got to invest in yourself. Buy books, read books. It's good that you're watching the vlog, but don't spend too much time on YouTube watching stuff. Read books, learn from successful people, listen to podcasts, and put in the work. Get up early. Do your fitness before school. Do your fitness before work. If you want to be the best, it's about choices. It's about making good choices and making sacrifices and taking control of your life. No one else has control but you. It's the choices you want. It's the choices you make that determines the life you live and how good you become. So, guys, a bit of a rant from me. I don't do that very often, but I truly mean it. Everyone I speak to, or everyone that I see that's successful, they're successful because of the work they put in and the sacrifices they make and the time they invest in themselves to learn and become better. That is the key to your success. But also get good people around you. Get good people guiding you. Get really good people that can help you on your path to success and on your journey. So on that note, it is 9:30. I'm going to get through some Instagram messages. We've got about 50 Instagram messages unread, and I haven't even been on there for the last couple of days. Kino has been doing a brilliant job replying to everyone. We've been getting absolutely smashed on there, which is great. We love it. We love connecting with you guys. We love hearing your stories. We love helping you. So keep sending them through. We're going to be transitioning onto our membership portal in the next month or so, and that's ready. We're going to be trying to get everyone onto there. We'll be answering questions and engaging with our community in there and giving more value in there, and then we'll be giving as much as we can on Instagram still as well. But legends, I hope you've enjoyed this episode of Skull Stories. Please hit the like button. Please share it. You know what to do. Put the bell on so you get notifications. I love you guys, and I look forward to speaking to you soon. Go out and get it done. Stop making excuses. Make good choices.